Have you ever thought that something was off? You couldn't quite put your finger on it. And the thing is, with narcissistic relationships, this tends to happen where it starts off so wonderful, so bubbly, so great, so euphoric, and then the red flags are very easy to overlook. What happens? This leads to emotional exhaustion, heartbreak, and even abuse. Today, I'm going to break down the 5 early warning signs, okay, that you cannot miss. And if you think that perhaps maybe you might be in a toxic cycle, toxic relationship, you need to watch this video. Hello, my friends. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in this video today, I wanted to break down the early warning signs. You could be in a committed relationship. It could be that maybe you already have been in a toxic relationship and maybe you are starting to date someone new. And you're seeing those patterns happen again and reflecting on past experiences you don't want to repeat. And these signs are universal, okay, my friends? So it's going to help you to protect your peace. So let's get into it. The first one I would say is love bombing. Okay, this one happens right at the beginning. Not so easy to spot because let's face it, all relationships start off amazing. You're in this euphoric bliss in this honeymoon period, and it just feels amazing where both people are showing their best selves. Okay, you are just having an amazing time and it feels so good. Now, what happens is this one can become really overlooked. This is why I started off with this first one, okay? Because I thought this one is the most important. And I completely understand being in or starting a relationship, starting a romance is the best part of it, okay? And it feels so intense. You feel so connected to this person. And because of that, this red flag can be overlooked. But the difference is when it's a healthy relationship, okay, so it continues, it develops, it builds, okay? And yes, it feels intense, and yes, it feels euphoric as well. However, with a toxic or a narcissistic individual, what happens here is it's really intense. It's excessive. It's where the person says or promises you forever. Things like, oh my God, I can see myself with you forever. We should get married. We should move in. It's like these bold statements. It's like really intense. Already they are promising you the world within just the first few days, first few weeks, maybe within the first month. They could even say that they're in love with you before you've really got to know one another. So I know that feels so amazing, so lovely. But if you really think about it, my friends, if you really, really think about it, how can someone fall in love with you in a matter of days and weeks? Look, I understand the intensity of feelings and I understand it can feel like love and lust can be mistaken for love. Like I completely get that. But this is about protecting yourself. You know, like here I would encourage you just to take a step back. If you find yourself in this situation, like, not pull back, but just take a step back and really think about it. Like, is it really possible that this person is feeling these things? Or are they just telling you something that you want to hear? Something that's going to make you feel so good. And the difference here is that healthy relationships build gradually. It's not something that is this full intensity in such a short space of time. That to me says that there's something not quite right. Don't get swept up in all of these emotions and all of these promises, because what happens is when we do that, we run the risk of attaching onto this person too early, too soon. And also think about it, right? You don't know this person. And if this person is promising you the world, promising you longevity, okay, that's all well and good. But how are they going to sustain that? Why is this already being promised at such an early stage of the connection? You know, like this is about getting to know one another. How can someone say, oh, I'm in love with you when they don't really know you? I know it can feel like it. I get it. I understand. But seriously, take a step back and just think, is this really true? The other one that I want you to pay attention to is disrespecting your boundaries. People who have no respect or no consideration for you will test your boundaries, will test what they can get away with. So here I'm asking you to look at, for example, they might not take on board the word no. Like say, for example, you don't want to do something, or perhaps maybe you're not feeling comfortable going somewhere. And this person is going to disrespect you by pressuring you to do it. So that person has no consideration of you. They don't care how it's making you feel. All they want is so that you do what this person wants you to do. That's not fair, because they're not taking into consideration your feelings, what you want, your needs. They're doing what suits them best. They might even ask to spend more time with you, for example, and maybe you can't because of work, children, family commitments. And they might even make you feel bad for saying the word no or not being able to give your time. So again, this is all about balance. Okay, I'm not saying you got to reject all of it, and I'm not saying that you got to say yes to everything, but just really look at it, right? If this person is not allowing you to be you, is not allowing you to have your time, your space, and that's what I'm talking about, the intensity. It's just always intense. Always, they've got to spend so much time with you. They've got to be with you all the time. What's that about? That isn't healthy. You have to have your own time. You've got your own interests. You've got your own things to do. So when this person is disrespecting you in that way, that is what you got to look at, is how they are respecting you, how they are honoring you. Are they taking into consideration your needs? And if you're feeling a little bit unsure here, or there's something not quite right, I would say trust that, because that's your intuition telling you that there's something not quite right. The next one is someone who is over-controlling or jealous. Now, there's a fine line between the jealousy bit, okay? And I'm not saying that everybody who shows jealousy is toxic, but I'm talking about balance here again. If someone is overly jealous, added into the controlling behavior, that's too much. And jealousy and control can come across as someone who cares about you, someone who wants the best for you. I mean, it can be disguised as that. But if you really look at it, right, someone who is telling you what to do, well, why is someone trying to do that? Why are they trying to change you? Why are they not accepting you for who you are? Okay, again, this kind of like crosses over into boundaries as well, because you know what is right for you. And then you got someone here, telling you what you should or shouldn't be doing. And I'm sure that you're old enough and smart enough to know the difference, to know what is right for you, to know what it is to respect someone, to respect someone's decisions. There's a fine line. And what happens is they might even guilt trip you and say things like, well, I don't want to lose you. I really care about you. I really love you. I really want you. Again, if this is done too early in the relationship, again, it can come across as really overwhelming. So when someone is saying, oh, I don't want to lose you, and this escalates into wanting to know where you are all the time, that's control. And again, this can come across as them caring, but why does that person need to know where you are all the time? Okay, there might be the element that they might think you're cheating, but again, why would you be cheating? Why would you be doing this? When you like this person, when you care about this person, why would you be looking at someone else and wanting someone else's attention? So again, this person is not respecting you and not seeing for who you are. And that's the issue, is why are they doing that? Why are they telling you what to do? Why are they coming across as jealous, as in terms of wanting to know where you are, whether you're wanting to know whether you're sleeping with someone? I mean, these are just common generic examples. There will be other things that they say, but these are the common ones that I have come across, in my client work, in terms of the comments underneath the videos. This is what I mostly hear. And this starts off very small, very sly, with subtle comments. And then usually what happens is this blows up into full-blown anger, and this becomes larger than life, and this becomes like a huge element of the relationship. Remember that trust and independence is healthy in a relationship, and this is something that should be honored in any relationship. We should be able to trust our partners. We should be able to trust that they're going to make the right decisions. This isn't about controlling someone and telling someone what they have to do. This is about allowing the other person to have their free will and their freedom to be able to choose the choices that they do. What we do is we observe. We don't control. We don't tell people what to do. The other one is walking on eggshells. This is a term or an expression where you find yourself trying to avoid getting them upset. So their emotional reactions become your responsibility. Again, this is really draining. This is really upsetting. You can't be yourself because you cannot behave in a way that is congruent or authentic to you. So you're always worried how this person is going to take what you say, the way you behave, and what you do. And again, this is toxic. Why should you not be able to be your authentic self and be you? That's not fair. And then you'll find yourself overthinking everything because, again, you're thinking, how do I control my behavior? What do I do? If I do this, then this will happen. If I do this, then it's going to cause this reaction. Again, this is control. You'll find that in these types of relationships, there is an emotional roller coaster. It is just either up or it's down. There is no in between. Healthy relationships don't operate like this. So added all of these things, these aspects that I've talked about in this video, you constantly are either on a high or a low. There is no in between. One day, they're your biggest cheerleader. They're on your side. They are coaxing you, like giving you so much motivation, confidence. And then the next, they're guilt tripping you, blaming you, saying that everything is your fault, and they're cruel. And this is called like the hot and cold dynamic, the push and the pull. All right. Again, you don't know where you stand. So this is why then you are walking on eggshells. You are always checking to see whether you're saying the right thing or the wrong thing, or you're always second guessing yourself. This becomes emotionally exhausting and tiring and really so draining that you just feel like you don't even want to be in this relationship or around this person because there's always constant drama, chaos. It's really difficult to be about this person. Again, you can't be yourself. You have to adapt your behaviors. This isn't healthy. And if you're finding yourself that you're in this dynamic, then you really need to look at this and think, is this okay for you? How long are you going to keep doing this before you run out of steam? This cycle isn't love, it's manipulation. Healthy relationships are consistent and stable. You don't feel like this in them. Guys, I know this topic isn't easy, and I know talking about it, some of you may have found yourself resonating with some of these aspects that I've talked about in this video. If you have, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below and we can talk about it. It's not easy, but there is a way through. I also go live on this channel every single Tuesday, and if you would like to join, that is at 9 p.m. UK time. If you have liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.